You know, I have this huge platform on the...
I said to my husband that, the language is inappropriate. It's not acceptable. And I was surprised because that is not the man that I know.
View. And I just started thinking about giving voice to the voiceless.
What would you do if a single comment could cost you $100 million and possibly your career? For Sunny Hostin, a respected legal commentator and co-host of The View, this wasn't a hypothetical question. It was the shocking reality that unfolded after a seemingly ordinary segment about celebrity branding spiraled into a high-stakes legal and media firestorm. At the heart of the drama was a $100 million defamation lawsuit filed by none other than former First Lady Melania Trump. The controversy gripped headlines, split public opinion, and forced Sunny to make a decision no one saw coming: to leave the country altogether. But what really happened behind the scenes? Was this a calculated legal attack or a moment where words carried unforeseen consequences? Sunny Hostin was no stranger to high-profile debates. As a seasoned legal commentator on The View, she was known for her sharp insights and fearless opinions. But during what seemed like an ordinary discussion about celebrity branding, everything changed. The panel had been chatting about how public figures, from social media influencers to politicians, carefully craft their public images to monetize their fame. It was lighthearted at first, but when Melania Trump's name came up, the conversation took a serious turn. Sunny, drawing on her experience as a former federal prosecutor, highlighted the potential legal risks of misleading claims tied to philanthropic endeavors. Using hypothetical scenarios, she discussed how public figures could face lawsuits if their branding clashed with reality. While her analysis was meant as a general observation, critics interpreted her comments as a direct jab at Melania Trump's charitable image. What Sunny didn't realize at the time was that her remarks were about to ignite a firestorm. Within hours, Melania Trump's legal team issued a scathing public statement accusing Sunny of defamation. And just like that, a casual conversation transformed into a full-blown controversy, one that would thrust Sunny into the center of a media frenzy unlike anything she had ever faced.
That's unbelievable. But this is inspired by the summer that you spend at the beach with your family. So what is it like to share that time with your children?
It's amazing. I mean, there are only 3 places in the country where Black folks were allowed to summer on the beach.
Sunny Hostin's remarks might have started as an offhand analysis, but they quickly became the subject of intense scrutiny. Mere hours after the segment aired, Melania Trump's legal team issued a statement condemning Sunny's comments as defamatory. They argued that her remarks were not only baseless, but also damaging to Melania's carefully cultivated image as a philanthropist and public figure. Then came the bombshell, a $100 million defamation lawsuit. The staggering figure sent shockwaves through the media world and made headlines nationwide. Melania's legal team accused Sunny of reckless disregard for the truth, claiming her analysis had crossed the line from professional commentary into character assassination. The lawsuit wasn't just about the money, it was about sending a message. For Melania, it seemed like an opportunity to draw a hard line against public figures questioning her reputation. For Sunny, it marked the beginning of a personal and professional nightmare. As news of the lawsuit spread, social media erupted. Hashtags like #CancelSunny trended, with critics accusing her of using her platform irresponsibly. Meanwhile, her supporters rallied behind the hashtag #StandWithSunny, arguing that her legal commentary was both fair and part of her job. But the backlash didn't stop there. Major news outlets dissected every word Sunny had uttered, while celebrities and public figures jumped into the fray. Some defended her right to free speech, while others argued she had gone too far. What was clear was that this wasn't just a legal battle, it was a cultural flashpoint, pitting freedom of expression against the potential consequences of public commentary. The lawsuit wasn't just a blow to Sunny's confidence, it threatened her career, her finances, and even the stability of The View. And as the media frenzy grew, so did the pressure on Sunny to navigate an increasingly precarious situation. Little did she know, the worst was yet to come.
Process.
I definitely am a journaler, so I did that piece, and I also just sort of sat down and dictated a lot of my memories, and I just started from the beginning. I started from my childhood in the South Bronx projects.
The $100 million lawsuit sent shockwaves far beyond Sunny Hostin and The View. Almost overnight, the controversy became a national spectacle, with the public and industry insiders taking sides in a heated debate. On social media, battle lines were drawn. Critics of Sunny, rallying behind the hashtag #CancelSunny, accused her of using her platform irresponsibly and launching a personal attack on Melania Trump. To them, her remarks were reckless and disrespectful, warranting both legal action and professional consequences. But there was another camp, those who championed number stand with Sunny. Her supporters argued that her commentary was rooted in her role as a legal analyst, and that powerful figures like Melania Trump shouldn't be immune to scrutiny. They viewed the lawsuit as an overreach, a chilling attempt to silence dissent and limit free speech in media. The controversy didn't stop at social media. Celebrities, politicians, and media figures weighed in, adding fuel to the fire. Kim Kardashian, known for her legal advocacy, reminded her followers that public platforms come with immense responsibility. Meghan McCain, a former co-host of The View, posted a cryptic tweet warning about the dangers of speaking without certainty, which many interpreted as a subtle critique of Sunny. Even talk show host Megyn Kelly spoke out, emphasizing the fine line between spirited discussion and defamation in today's hyper-connected world. Meanwhile, the entertainment industry was reeling. ABC, the network behind The View, faced mounting pressure from advertisers wary of being associated with such a polarizing scandal. Rumors swirled that the network might distance itself from Sunny to mitigate the fallout. Producers scrambled to keep the show on track, but the tension was palpable, and the usual camaraderie on the panel seemed to falter under the weight of the controversy. As the lawsuit and media frenzy intensified, it became clear that this wasn't just about Sunny Hostin. It was about the evolving role of media, the risks of public commentary, and the power dynamics between celebrities and the press. For Sunny, the stakes couldn't have been higher, and every move she made was being scrutinized by an audience that was growing more polarized by the day.
Well, for me, the two moments are connected in a couple of ways, but I decided to become a prosecutor because I saw my uncle in front of me. And I saw that he didn't seem to matter to the police.
As the legal and public fallout escalated, Sunny Hostin found herself grappling with an overwhelming storm of criticism, uncertainty, and personal strain. For someone accustomed to high-pressure environments, including her previous work as a federal prosecutor, this scandal was unlike anything she had faced before. The lawsuit didn't just threaten her finances or reputation, it attacked the very foundation of her career. Sunny had built her image on being a sharp, fearless commentator, but now that same confidence was being used against her. Social media was flooded with harsh criticism, with many labeling her reckless or biased. Even her supporters began to question whether she had overstepped her role, further intensifying her anxiety. Behind the scenes, the toll was even more profound. Insiders reported that Sunny was deeply shaken by the magnitude of the lawsuit. The constant media scrutiny, combined with the pressure to perform on air as if nothing was wrong, left her exhausted and emotionally drained. Friends and colleagues expressed concern for her well-being, noting that even during live broadcasts, her usual poise seemed strained under the weight of the situation. Professionally, the stakes were equally daunting. ABC was reportedly divided on how to handle the crisis. Some executives believed the network should stand by Sunny, emphasizing her value as a legal analyst. Others feared that continuing to associate with her could jeopardize the show's reputation and alienate sponsors. Rumors swirled that the network might consider parting ways with her to minimize liability, a devastating possibility that hung over Sunny like a dark cloud. As days turned into weeks, the mounting pressure forced Sunny to reevaluate her options. Staying in the public eye felt increasingly untenable, but stepping away risked signaling guilt or defeat. Every decision seemed fraught with potential consequences, leaving her in a heightened state of anxiety and uncertainty. This wasn't just a legal battle or a professional setback. It was a deeply personal crisis that tested Sunny's resilience and forced her to confront the fragility of her career, her reputation, and her place in the media world. And as whispers of a drastic decision began to circulate, it became clear that Sunny was approaching a breaking point. Something had to give, and soon the world would see just how far the pressure had pushed her.
Things like
It's
that.
my parents. I'm not saying that just because they're here, but I think in many respects they were teenagers and they ended up with this kid who was very inquisitive. My mother was studying to be a teacher, so she did a lot of her lesson plans on me. And so by the time I was 4, I was reading the New York Times. And so that sounds crazy, but that's how we lived.
The whisper started small, just rumors of Sunny Hostin taking a brief hiatus from The View, but as days passed and she remained conspicuously absent from the panel, the speculation grew louder. Was she merely on vacation, or was something much bigger unfolding behind the scenes? The answer came in the form of a paparazzi photograph that set the internet ablaze. Sunny was spotted at a European airport, hurriedly making her way through a private terminal, partially disguised with sunglasses and a scarf. Her typically composed demeanor seemed replaced by one of urgency and unease. While her representatives insisted it was a long-planned family vacation, few believed the explanation. Online, the narrative took on a life of its own. Social media detectives pored over flight logs, analyzed her itinerary, and theorized about her reasons for leaving. Some claimed she was evading legal service in the United States, a tactic to complicate or delay Melania Trump's defamation lawsuit. Others speculated she was seeking refuge, a quiet space to regroup and strategize away from the relentless media spotlight. The timing of her departure couldn't have been worse. For Melania Trump's legal team, it was the perfect opportunity to double down, accusing Sunny of fleeing the country to dodge accountability. Statements from her attorneys hinted at frustration, claiming her actions could interfere with legal proceedings. The narrative shifted from a lawsuit to a full-blown media spectacle, with Sunny painted as a legal fugitive. Meanwhile, the public was divided. Critics latched onto her flight as a sign of guilt, using hashtags like Cancel Sunny to amplify their disdain. Supporters, however, saw it differently. To them, stepping away was a natural response to the extraordinary stress she was under. They argued that no one should be expected to endure such scrutiny without seeking a moment of peace. For Sunny, the decision to leave may have been an act of self-preservation, but it only added fuel to the fire. News outlets churned out sensational headlines, rival talk shows invited legal experts to debate the implications, and conspiracy theories about her motives ran rampant. Sunny's absence from The View left a noticeable void. Guest hosts stepped in, but the chemistry was off, and the show struggled to maintain its usual rhythm. The scandal loomed over every episode, with fans and critics alike waiting for answers. In the court of public opinion, Sunny's flight became the ultimate cliffhanger, a move that left everyone wondering, was this an escape, a strategy, or simply a step back from a world that had grown too overwhelming? Whatever the truth, her departure only deepened the intrigue, turning an already dramatic saga into an international spectacle. Sunny Hostin's decision to leave the United States amid a $100 million defamation lawsuit unleashed a media frenzy of unprecedented proportions. What started as a legal dispute between a high-profile talk show host and a former First Lady spiraled into a cultural phenomenon, with Sunny's every move dissected, debated, and sensationalized by the public, the press, and social media. The photograph of Sunny at a European airport became a defining moment of the controversy. Wearing oversized sunglasses and a scarf, she appeared rushed and tense as she moved through a private terminal. For critics, it was irrefutable evidence that she was fleeing accountability, avoiding the consequences of her on-air comments about Melania Trump. For her supporters, it symbolized a woman under siege, desperate for respite from the relentless media and public scrutiny. Melania Trump's legal team wasted no time capitalizing on the optics. They released statements accusing Sunny of attempting to dodge legal service, framing her departure as a calculated move to complicate the lawsuit. Although legal experts were quick to clarify that international travel wouldn't halt proceedings, the court of public opinion wasn't so forgiving. Social media exploded with renewed outrage, and the hashtag #CancelSunny soared in popularity, painting her as guilty, evasive, and unfit to remain on The View. The backlash wasn't limited to social media. Major news outlets, gossip blogs, and even late-night talk shows seized on the scandal, dedicating entire segments to Sunny's predicament. Rival talk shows brought on legal experts to analyze whether her remarks constituted defamation and debated the broader implications for media personalities. Advertisers, wary of associating their brands with such a polarizing figure, began withdrawing sponsorships from The View. Within ABC, the network found itself in an increasingly precarious position. Producers and executives were divided on how to proceed. Should they stand by Sunny and weather the storm, or distance themselves from her to protect the show's reputation and financial stability? The stakes were high, as the lawsuit not only threatened Sunny's career, but also the integrity and future of The View itself. Behind closed doors, rumors swirled of heated debates about her future on the show. Some suggested she issue a public apology, while others worried that such a move could be perceived as an admission of guilt, emboldening Melania Trump's legal team. Meanwhile, Sunny's absence left a gaping hole on the panel. Guest hosts were brought in to fill her seat, but the chemistry was noticeably off. Conversations that once flowed effortlessly now felt strained, with the remaining co-hosts clearly walking on eggshells. Topics like celebrity philanthropy and public branding, once staples of the show, were either avoided entirely or discussed with extreme caution. The controversy hung over every broadcast, overshadowing the usual lighthearted banter and sparking frequent viewer complaints. Outside the studio, conspiracy theories and speculation reached fever pitch. Some claimed that Sunny was negotiating a secret settlement with Melania Trump's legal team, while others suggested she was hiding out in Europe to avoid being served court papers. A few even floated the idea that she was writing a tell-all book about her ordeal, preparing to turn her scandal into a lucrative comeback. Paparazzi sightings of Sunny in quiet, remote European towns only fueled the rumors, with tabloid headlines speculating on her every move. Celebrities and public figures added to the drama, with opinions ranging from measured support to outright condemnation. Kim Kardashian, known for her legal advocacy, urged the public to remember the immense responsibility that comes with a platform as large as The View. Meghan McCain, a former co-host, posted a cryptic tweet about the dangers of speaking without certainty, which many interpreted as a thinly veiled critique of Sunny. Media personality Megyn Kelly weighed in, cautioning talk show hosts to tread carefully in today's litigious climate, where a single misstep could have catastrophic consequences. The controversy also reignited debates about the fine line between free speech and defamation. Legal experts were divided on whether Sunny's comments crossed into actionable territory. Some argued that her analysis was a routine part of her job as a legal commentator, while others claimed it showed reckless disregard for the truth, particularly given Melania Trump's prominence as a public figure. The case became a flashpoint for broader discussions about the role of media, the limits of commentary, and the growing risks faced by public personalities. As the lawsuit dragged on, the public's fascination with Sunny's plight showed no signs of waning. Memes depicting her as a fugitive went viral, while social media campaigns to reinstate or permanently remove her from The View dominated conversations. Even as new controversies emerged in the news cycle, Sunny's saga remained a recurring topic, with many seeing it as a symbol of the shifting dynamics of accountability and power in modern media. For Sunny, the fallout was both personal and professional. Her silence, avoiding interviews, staying off social media, and refusing to comment on the lawsuit only deepened the intrigue. Friends and colleagues described her as deeply shaken but determined to weather the storm. The immense strain of the situation was evident, but Sunny's decision to stay out of the public eye only added to the mystery, making her absence a constant source of speculation. In the end, Sunny's departure wasn't just a pivotal moment in her career. It became a defining story for the entertainment industry. Her case highlighted the growing legal and reputational risks faced by media personalities, the power of public opinion in shaping narratives, and the high cost of operating in the spotlight. It was a saga that would forever alter the way talk shows approached controversial topics, leaving an indelible mark on the landscape of modern media. Sunny Hostin's legal battle with Melania Trump didn't just shake her career, it sent ripples through the media industry, redefining the boundaries between free speech, legal accountability, and public commentary. What began as a $100 million defamation lawsuit quickly evolved into a cautionary tale for talk show hosts, journalists, and entertainers navigating the precarious line between analysis and accusation. The lawsuit brought a critical issue to the forefront. How far can public figures be scrutinized before it crosses into legally actionable territory? For decades, defamation law has protected public figures under strict conditions, requiring plaintiffs to prove actual malice or a reckless disregard for the truth. However, Sunny's case demonstrated how even seasoned commentators could find themselves at the mercy of high-profile lawsuits, especially when discussing figures as polarizing as a former First Lady. Legal analysts dissected every aspect of the case, debating whether Sunny's remarks truly defamed Melania Trump or whether the lawsuit was a strategic power play meant to silence critics. Some experts argued that Sunny's commentary, rooted in hypothetical legal analysis, was well within her rights as a commentator. Others contended that referencing Melania by name, in the context of potential legal scrutiny, gave the impression of impropriety, crossing the threshold into defamation. The stakes were monumental, not just for Sunny, but for the broader media industry. Networks and production teams across the country began revisiting their protocols, emphasizing the need for caution when discussing public figures. Legal Legal advisors were brought in to provide training on avoiding defamatory language, and some shows implemented stricter editorial oversight to prevent similar controversies. For Sunny, the lawsuit and its aftermath represented a profound personal and professional reckoning. Her sudden departure from the United States, widely interpreted as a move to evade legal pressure, became an indelible part of the narrative. Critics called it a tacit admission of guilt, while supporters framed it as a necessary step to preserve her mental health amid an onslaught of public and legal scrutiny. In the court of public opinion, the fallout was deeply polarizing. Sunny's detractors saw the lawsuit as a justified consequence of irresponsible commentary, warning that media personalities should think twice before making bold claims about powerful individuals. Her supporters, on the other hand, viewed the case as a troubling attempt to stifle free speech, arguing that public figures like Melania Trump should expect scrutiny as part of their public roles. Beyond the legal implications, Sunny's case underscored the cultural shifts in how audiences and media platforms interact. Social media amplified every twist and turn, transforming the lawsuit into a global spectacle. Hashtags like #NoCancelSunny and #StandWithSunny reflected the growing polarization of online discourse, where public figures are simultaneously held accountable and subjected to relentless, often invasive scrutiny. The case also highlighted the growing influence of celebrity legal battles in shaping public narratives. Figures like Kim Kardashian, Meghan McCain, and Megyn Kelly weighed in, turning the lawsuit into a broader commentary on the responsibilities of media personalities and the potential consequences of their words. The involvement of such high-profile voices further blurred the lines between legal discourse and entertainment, making the case a cultural touchstone. In the end, the $100 million figure that initially loomed so large in headlines faded into the background as the scandal receded. While the exact terms of any resolution remained undisclosed, industry insiders speculated that a settlement likely included a mix of financial compensation and public acknowledgement of the controversy's impact. Regardless of the outcome, the lawsuit left an enduring legacy, serving as a wake-up call for media professionals and a reminder of the risks inherent in public commentary. For Sunny, the experience was transformative. In later interviews, she reflected on the ordeal, admitting that it forced her to reevaluate the thin line between offering legal analysis and making personal accusations. She acknowledged missteps, but maintained that open discourse about public figures, even those as powerful as Melania Trump, was essential to a free society. The legal and cultural impact of Sunny Hostin's saga extended far beyond her own career. It became a symbol of the evolving challenges faced by media in an era of instant amplification and relentless scrutiny. Networks, journalists, and commentators took note, adapting their practices to navigate the increasingly treacherous waters of modern discourse. Ultimately, Sunny's case stands as a testament to the power and peril of words in the digital age. It revealed the enormous stakes of media discourse and the fine line between holding power to account and becoming entangled in its consequences. For better or worse, her story remains an enduring chapter in the ongoing evolution of media, law, and public life. Sunny Hostin's saga was more than just a sensational media scandal. It was a powerful reminder of the high stakes that come with being a public figure in the modern age. What started as an offhand comment during a lighthearted discussion on The View spiraled into a $100 million defamation lawsuit, a media firestorm, and an unprecedented decision to leave the country. The fallout highlighted the fine line between open commentary and actionable defamation, forcing media professionals to confront the growing risks of speaking about public figures. For Sunny, the ordeal was both a personal and professional crucible. It tested her resilience, reshaped her career, and brought into sharp focus the precarious balance between free speech and accountability in the media landscape. Sunny's experience also exposed broader cultural tensions, from the power dynamics between public figures and the press, to the role of social media in amplifying controversy. It served as a cautionary tale for anyone navigating the public eye, illustrating how quickly the line between spirited debate and personal litigation can blur. In the end, Sunny Hostin's story is more than a tale of scandal and controversy. It's a reflection of the shifting landscape of modern media. It's a story about resilience in the face of extraordinary pressure, the consequences of words in an era of instant amplification, and the enduring struggle to balance freedom of expression with responsibility. Sunny's journey may have been fraught with challenges, but it also left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry, sparking vital conversations about media ethics, legal boundaries, and the power of public discourse. As the world moves forward, her story remains a compelling reminder of the costs and complexities of living and speaking under the spotlight.